Welcome back to the channel, everybody. So, in today's video, we're going to be doing some scouting. We're going to be exploring some different mines, almost too many to list. So, what you see behind us, that is Lake Roosevelt, and we are heading up towards the Fruitland Hunters area out here in Washington. And there is a number of mines. The ones that we're kind of looking at in particular are going to be the mines around the Cleveland mine and the Deer Trail mine, which is very different than the Deer Trail Monitor. I think both of these areas, they have anywhere like 6 to 9 actual mines. It's kind of complex. There's both unpatented and patented claims out here, and we're really just going to go look at what is there. There should be some really big tailing piles sitting out on the public land, BLM, so we can go poke around. Tons and tons of different mineralization. These mines, like all mines out here in Northeast Washington, really were active between 1895, 1894, and like 1950, and then they would start up a little bit doing silver mining, and then die when they realized it wasn't profitable. And yeah, so an exploration day. And you know, it's kind of, I think it's good to maybe show this once in a while, because a lot of people will be like, I find only my own spots. And people don't really find their own spots. They're really basing it off of other information. Like, example, if I find a spot today that's good for rockhounding, well, I'm not exactly discovering anything, but rather I'm using DNR documents, mine books, all this other info to influence where I'm going. And generally speaking, when people say they found their own spot, they're doing exactly what we're doing today. So we might find something cool, might find something not great. We'll see. Let's look what's back here, though, because it's really beautiful. So this is Lake Roosevelt. So the Columbia River. Very pretty up here. We just pulled over, driving through the reservation right now. The border is just up there a little bit. And yeah, beautiful. Well, almost. Let's go find some mines. So it may not look like it, but up this way is the Deer Trail and all of the other mines out there. This road is turning into a slippery, soupy mess, which is not ideal. It is November out here in Northeast Washington, which means rain and everything turns to mud, and not ideal. Not ideal. So probably gonna have to save this for another day. There's a lot of mines out here, so we're gonna go check those ones out as well. And since it's the weekend, there's back there, there's people hunting back there. So a lot of things stacking against me, but on to the next spot. We'll see if we can access something good this weekend. Where we stopped right now is, I don't know, a little, how far away?
Half a mile?
Yeah, about a half a mile or so from where we just recorded, and the road got really muddy. We are going to hike out to the Turk Mine. The Turk Mine isn't a place I know anything about, so we'll be going out there kind of together. I mean, we have the book here, this thing, which is excellent. And the Turk Mine is a copper mine, so minerals that occur in Northeast Washington at copper mines that we might be interested in would be azurite and malachite. Those are the two things that would be like the score. So so let's hike out in the rain. Man, there's so many people out here. It's hunting season. We're gonna throw all of our orange stuff. There's somebody right there looking for a place to go hunting. We're gonna throw in all the colors and head out and see what we can come up with. There should be some significant tailings piles, so you're gonna be in my pocket a ways. So see Sarah up there, right next to the road here. We got our first little piece of color, and what we have there is some copper ore on what appears to be argillite. Not exactly sure, but that's a good sign. I believe the Turk's out there. That up there is definitely tailings. And as we come down, well, you can see we're getting into that copper and malachite. Definitely will take some of this stuff and everything that we're collecting right now, we will be looking at under the microscope, which, I mean, I think that's the key to this. But man, coming out in the rain is really makes the colors pop. Yeah, up there. This is where we need to be. Interesting. I don't know how exactly to get up there. We might be walking back to the truck to get some tools and a little bucket. I have never been out in this part of Washington during hunting season. It's like we've already seen like 8 trucks, which like we never seen nobody ever. So that's something to be aware of. But oh wow, yeah, there's pieces everywhere, all over. Okay, let's look at this right here. So this, I believe what we have there is acenopyrite, and you can kind of see all of that golden color there, which is pretty good. And maybe we'll keep poking through this pile, but you can just see here we got all kinds of good color in pieces. You know, the Loon Lake copper mine is now inaccessible, but this seems very promising. We just need to make our way up or figure out how the roads work out here and get up there. Clearly we have some interesting piles here. I mean, I wonder even just what's underneath some of this, but that's a keeper for sure. Yeah, so much of this material coming down this slope. Looks like this right here. Look at that. Very cool. So this location out here, like many of the mines, so like a lot of the gold mines, silver mines, copper mines in Northeast Washington have an insane number of other accessory minerals along with them, like way too many for me to just kind of like name them all. But you know, the green and the blue is always what people go for, along with there should be I mean, pyrite's pretty abundant out here, but like, look at that, look at the color of that. That's crazy. That is some nice ore. Ah, the weight on that. Okay, Sarah, this one's for you to carry back. Ugh. Ugh. Look at that. How green all that stuff is.
Yeah, all of this.
What do you got? Interesting.
I don't know, is that on the rock or is it like something glowing?
Yeah, I don't know.
I didn't want to scratch it too hard.
Here, put it in your pocket. Oh, well, I put it in my pocket then.
I don't have a pocket. Huh.
Yeah. Let's head up there somehow. One way or another, we're going up. So we're starting to walk up above that tailings pile up here. And on the way up, well, first off, you can maybe see a little bit of white up in the hills right above us. Especially over there. We got some snow already. Beginning of November. But what in the world is this? Look at that. Now, I'm too curious, so let's go look in here. Ugh. Hey, bear. Oh, we're in a mine here. Look at that. I don't know. Not feeling any air move, and you can see I'm kicking up a little bit of dust coming in here. Dang. I think this will be for a later adventure. I wonder if this is into the backside of the Turk Mine. Beautiful out here this time of year. That's tailings right there. That rock up there. Let's go look up there. So this is that pile. A little bit better view of what we got going on out here. The real key is where where did all this stuff come from? I mean, there's got to be a mine below us somewhere. Maybe stay away from that depression there, Sarah. Yeah. I mean, seen quartz, argillite, there's some other metasedimentary rocks that we saw. There's some quartz here. Oh wait, what's this? All right, I'm gonna walk down here. Pretty sure. Okay, I see that. Let's go down here. So I have you zoomed out a little bit here so that you can see here this notched depression. When I'm looking for mines on Google satellite photos or whatever, satellite photos in general, this is what you're looking for. These old notches and hills are generally collapsed adits. And she agrees. These are generally going to be collapsed adits, and this appears to be exactly that. So yeah, if we can look at this rock here, man, that's so green. There's so much stuff here. Green and yellow. Yeah. So, pretty sure this is the collapsed side of that pipe that we saw. And you got to think, these mines that were out here, that were kind of founded in that like 1890s, they almost all had wooden bracing. So without maintenance, going between, let's say, like, I don't know, 1945, 1950 to 2021, 2022 in here, they're collapsed. You know, modern mines, the portal that goes into the hill, it has a ton of support so that as the hill erodes down, it doesn't just break everything and bury it. So a lot of the stuff out here is inaccessible. That other entrance back there, I don't have a gas detector. Otherwise, I would be like, yes, go in. But this is a scouting mission, so this is what we do. Look at the colors in that. That's crazy. That's a pretty good specimen. So this is the top of that first initial pile. And we can see there's nothing too special. Maybe you can make out the truck right in the middle of your screen here. This is very steep and not the best, but let's try to get over here a little bit. Yeah, so here's the pile. Yeah, probably 80 feet, 100 feet down. not really seeing anything up here that you're not finding at the bottom. Yeah, so maybe it's better just to pick down there. Man, great time of year to be out. So, in relatively short order, we picked up some nice specimens out here at the Turk Mine, but there's more stuff out here to go explore. So, we're going to drive around some, check out some other locations. There's maybe 3 or 4 rocks in there, and plus what we already have in the truck. So, let's go see what else we can come up with today. So, we've kind of been driving around a little bit, looking for some different mines, and everything's just getting incredibly muddy, very soupy. So probably gonna call it. We do have some cool rocks. It was fun to go and check out the Turk Mine, and maybe I'll probably swing by a couple of road cuts on our way home. But overall, I think it was a fun scouting experience. I mean, that's kind of what it's like. You go out, you drive around, you have everything loaded up in your phone, stuff downloaded offline, because there's never, ever cell phone coverage where we go, and hope for the best. I think today panned out pretty good. So, with that said, we're going to head back into the shop, check out this stuff all nice and clean. So we're back, and I cleaned up the stuff that we brought back with us, along with something I stopped and scooped up off of the side of the road. But, you know, we went out there with the intention, right, of going to the Deer Trail and the Cleveland, both of which were no-goes. Maybe it was kind of hard to show road conditions, right, in video, but, you know, we were driving and the truck just starts to slide sideways towards the edge because the road has like a tilt like that going up to the Deer Trail. So, you know, we're just like, okay, you know, like you got to play it a little safer than usual when it's just you, right? Like, you know, there's no phone coverage in these places. Yeah, we got all the off-road gear, but why make life difficult when we can just go back when it's not snowing and when it's dry? Goes to show why it's important to bring resources with you, pre-plan, and be like, if you can't go to A, you can't go to B, well, there's C and D that you can go to, and now you know a little bit of what you're to expect next time when you go out. Let's first off look at this. So this is a piece of shale, or I forget the age. But yeah, it's, you know, pretty stuff. Like, I like that you can see how the layers were formed in this, and just like that, kind of like that sheen. You know, just doing a little road cut hunting. This was a road cut that we haven't been to before, and part of what I'm doing is I'm looking for graptolite fossils, which are around, we'll say that, northeast Washington. So looking for other locations. So anytime I see this kind of like slate and shale, I'm always stopping to like, are there graptolite fossils in this? Because you only get slate and shale through, well, the pressures of the ocean. This was at the bottom of the ocean. So, you know, that. So, interesting little tidbit there. Okay, so what did we find? Obviously, almost all of the green that you see here, except for a couple of things, this is all malachite, right? And that, pretty much, malachite. There's even some little pockets on here, and I'll throw a photo of some malachite crystals, which is very lovely to see. Now, this is really a scouting mission, you know. Go there, bring stuff back. What are the types of things that we could potentially find there? If you can find this type of material in the abundance, the options are there for better versions of it, okay? 3 different types of pyrite, right? Pyrite cubes, arsenopyrite, chalcopyrite, different forms of pyrite. Pretty stuff. This was that big chunk that we brought back, and I smashed it up using the rock hammer. These were individual samples. This over here were samples that I broke. On the inside, now this doesn't look like much, right? All quartz crystal, which is kind of fun to look at under the microscope. Just like a million little quartz crystals. There was an unexpected find. We'll hit the lights here. So using the fabulous UVBeast 365 nanometer UV light, so lower end of the long wave. I'll drop a link down below. We will look at these and what are some of the things that we see popping off here. That green right there at the middle of that piece. That right there, that really kind of shows. Any guesses? Any guesses? Going once, going twice, going thrice? We have some ontonite, so uranium, similar to what we've found at a number of other locations, and it's kind of speckled across this material here. I didn't find any big chunks, but that's okay. You know, we got some nice samples to look at. Ooh, light show. So based on all of these different finds of copper ore, malachite, little tiny quartz crystals, different types of pyrite, all of that, along with the fact that I can take the show underground, we will be going back. And that is kind of the key to these scouting missions, is go out, collect, understand what you're looking at, so that you can come back at a later date. So when the snow melts up there in the spring, we'll probably be going back, bringing the lights, bringing the stuff, and seeing what we can turn up. At the end of the day, though, we have some very pretty green rocks. I have a couple of specimens as examples, and probably the rest of it will probably go outside since I've already learned the things that I wanted to learn. Well, as always, everybody, I appreciate you coming by, hanging out with me, checking out and listening to what I got to say. So I will catch you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching my entire video. If you like what I'm doing here on the channel and you would like to support the work that I'm doing even further, you can do so by becoming a channel member down below by just hitting the join button. Doing so will give you access to a growing library of videos and posts, and it really goes a long way in supporting the channel. So thank you so much for coming by. I appreciate each and every one of you.